So I don't know if y'all cause it's about to die. Let me see. The phone is about to die. Let me just have to say that. So, cause that's what I'm saying. It was a certain. I was saying in the video that just pay attention. Like when people say how I know how they be like, oh, don't judge and just let people be, and you don't understand what could be going on with a person, right? Boom. But if a person continuously is doing any kind of act of evil towards somebody, they're not a being of light to me. I'm sorry. There's no getting around it. Like we keep trying to like sugarcoat when people could actually be demons or they could have all kind of stuff going on with them. If a person, like I said, now I don't know if you seen the video, he was giving me a stink face. Even like peeing right there, that's all symbolic to the evil. Now you could be like, okay, well, he just peeing and whatever. Like I said, I dealt with it with the perversion from men and the jealousy and the perversion from women. I dealt with it for far too long. That's even symbolic. Like, and I'm like, no, you pissing on your own grave if that's the case you're trying to say. But that's even symbolic. They spit at me. They done piss toward me. You know how many penis I seen because of this program because they're being perverts, all different ages. Not like it's like oh so bunch, but they purposely was doing that. Mind you, her as a like say she even see me, I would be like oh but this thing. But like I said, you know they don't care. And the woman that be with these men, I don't really feel like you're any different. You just as snaky and scandalous as him. But yeah, like I said, pay attention. You see where they're at, right? He's in two different cars. There was no need for you to honk the horn. And then he did it twice. But mind you, pay attention to what I'm talking about when it's going on. We already go through this. Like I said, they could be like that if nobody's thinking about you. Just think about the atmosphere and think about what's in them that they're so irritated. Maybe it's not even him. It could be a spirit of him. But it's so irritated with you speaking truth. You speaking of things of light, you speaking of things of goodness, speaking of things that does not have barriers of hate and destruction and stuff. They seem to hate that. They I don't know how to explain it, but I dealt with this too many times. That you see how somebody could regularly be recording? If it don't apply to you, why are you so offended? And I'm talking about the atmosphere. The beings in that. Why are you so offended? You hear people huffing and puffing. You hear people, oh boy. Or yeah, you hear them starting getting loud on their phone. Or doing stuff like how he did, honking the horn. When you supposed to be like play fixing your car. I already told you they go to his construction. They act like they doing their car. And it's like you don't look like what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Or maybe they do. Because you in that life. So you got to know what to do with your car. Or they just be standing around, not doing nothing. And it's like, yeah, okay, I take full ownership of my life. And I even kept it real and why being this way. But just imagine men by the bus stop, in front of stores, in front of the mosque, in front of the barbershop, by their cars. They just always standing around. Y'all think that's for goodness? These niggas is not for protection. They not of order of goodness. They whole point is to terrorize society. So yeah, if you see that kind of thing, just know that, like I said, I'm getting to the point when I'm going to start calling people. If you acting like a being of darkness, that's how I'm going to visualize you and view you. If you acting like a being of, I guess you could say of light, then let you be a being of light. If you are acting like a being that's neutral, then let it be that. But like I said, anybody that's trying to stop you from speaking truth, stop you speaking goodness and light, or just things a thing, that's the problem with society. That's why families and that's why unions is not healed. Because everybody want to keep secrets and be snaky and wicked. When it's like you could come together and be strong together. But that's not what people want. So it's all good. And then when they come together, it's only for deception. So like I said, we can get mad at Father, but we always going to choose the evil side of the fruit or the we was told to do something and say he was to let us get away with it. He saw probably that we was gonna always be evil. We never want to be the good. We're not learning how to be good. We don't never go into the secret closets, into the temples. We don't never go to those hidden meetings. We don't never go to those graveyards for goodness. It's always for evil. It's always for evil. It's always for evil. People don't never team up for goodness because then the powers that be wouldn't have such control of us. So you have welcomed the evil because you're evil just like them. That's why when they said back in the day when they wanted Saul and then you're disappointed that Saul is crazy. You wanted a king and the king is just like what they were saying with the presidents. People want to get mad at Trump. You are Trump and you're Kamara. Whatever one you would have chose, you're either or. You're just showing the two sides of your ugly. That's it. You both of them. So that's why people pick them, because you stand for what they stand for. You can lie to yourself in the politics, but you stand for what they spiritually, you stand for who you chose to rule over you. So it's all good. And then that could be my situation. Okay, I am fully a sinner, like I said, but I don't want the evil to be on the earth. So the Lord has to decide what he's going to do with me. I am not for evil. But yes, I engage and I'm still playing myself, but I am not for evil. So he has to decide what he's going to do with me. But like I said, pay it attention. Let them not be exempt. Like they wanna harm you in secrecy. No, then you're gonna have your shame publicly. And do what you want to do, because y'all already caused me harm. So there's no point to live in fear, guys. He said, do not fear them that can ruin the flesh. They already have harmed our flesh. They have even harmed our soul. So there's nothing to fear. There is nothing to fear. I don't know if you can see now. You could be like, okay, that was very wrong, because the glare of looking at me, he like, wow, I can't believe you're stalking me. You're doing that. And I want to say, wow, I can't believe that you're engaging in a whole organization that does human trafficking. Just because you ain't the muscle man or you ain't doing that, you are for what they stand for. So you are a murderer and you are a liar too, just like them. So I don't understand why you giving me attitude, because it's not the first encounter we had, sir. This is not the first encounter you've been weird as a neighbor. So it's not like I just be looking for people to bother. Literally, I was the butterfly. Literally, I was the hidden gem and stuff like that. I mind my business, and people found me. Witches, warlocks, and evil people and beings of that. They're finding me, stalking me, bothering me. So that means you wanted the problem, right? So that's why I'm just like, I don't understand why people feel like they can get away with doing their evil, but they're gonna live in peace and they think that they're gonna have their reputation. Your reputation. Because you didn't care about it, so why you acting about it? And that's what irritating about humans. You don't care what you did, you just care about your reputation. That's all of us. That's all of us. You don't care that you actually broken people's spirits, that you cause harm to souls, that you broken minds. All you care is about how niggas gonna see you, and you been fake, and you gonna be fake. So what does it matter? But yeah, he did the face, and like I said, I hope you have a good day. I know the contra. I didn't want this for my neighbors, and I didn't want this for me. I didn't want the problems. They're the weirdos that want to be involved in something, and then they giving you attitude. Like, you the one that can't say no. You never know how to say no to the assignment, or you never say no. They say go left, you got to go left. They say go right, go right. Don't give me attitude, because I got my own battles too. It's not my fault that you don't know how to say no. Get over it. And honestly, I don't feel that they want to say no. Like I said, after a while, when you see people, they'll be like, oh, well, they're getting blackmailed and this and that. I can even understand that. But damn, you been getting blackmailed for years? You ain't make no effort to get out of that, or try to just like, so nobody get harmed, not you or the person that you got to cause harm to because you're getting blackmailed. You're not making the effort. So you're still being a coward. You're not making the effort to get yourself out of it. As long as you're saved and you don't care how many souls get ruined for your sake. Why should you be saved and not the other souls? So exactly, like, I don't even want to hear about the blackmail stuff, because I done cried and I prayed already for these people. But I'm like, even with blackmail, you have to make your choice. So many things that we're not getting because we stand for truth. So many things that's going to come for us because we stand for goodness. So it is what it is. That's the same thing that applies to you. You had all that energy to do the evil, so what's the point? Why you don't have that energy to be good to your neighbor? Why you don't have that energy to actually genuinely forgive and not do your evil in the background? Why don't you have that energy? I don't understand. They got the energy to stand around and be evil. They got the energy to snitch on people, be traitors, be all that under the sun. But you don't have the energy to actually want to fight and heal. You don't have that energy, though. Yeah, so that's why I say to them, have a good day. You're all corny and you're all weird. You can stare at me all you want. Give that same energy to the ones that got you doing the things. Give that same energy to the people in your life that actually caused you harm. Don't give that toward me. I'm like, well, I was recording my backyard. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what are you saying? Exactly. Just like when you don't know what I'm talking about, when you're just like standing around and you never live in this neighborhood. You don't know what I'm talking about when it's like, I'm minding my business. You're making all that noise for no reason. Exactly. So I guess we all just going to not know what we talking about. And they just going to bask in their evil. Honestly, I was like, no, don't. No, it really is. That's the only way that it's going to be conquered. Is just keep speaking the truth. Even if they succeed, like I said, if they succeed in destroying you or another, it don't matter. The truth is still out. Period. And they cannot stop that. It's something about just people knowing. Now, maybe they may not make no moves and not shake it up, but it's something about people knowing. And to everybody, I'm telling you, everybody that hinders that, just accept who they are as well. It's not even about hating them or destroying them. Just accept who they are. You're not a man that's of morals. You're not a man that actually protect your family. You get your family involved, and that's how you get down. And all other people that get down like that. It's fine. That's who you are, and that's what you stand for. That's fine. Just don't give me an attitude because I realize it. Don't give me an attitude because in my truth, I can say, oh, well, you have invaded my peace and my personal. Like, oh, well, that's the back. Like I said, once we go through this, we understand. We catch on to the patterns and to the ways of their corniness. They're all a demonic hive and they move the same way. So you catch on. You used to the patterns of the enemy. I think he could wow you as in stuff that you didn't know that you experienced before, but it's still same old same. Damn, like all my neighbors, all of them. They moved the Africans in my building and they do what they do. They moved the Spanish and it's not even like a cultural thing. But that does matter. It does matter too. People be like, oh, it's not about it's about it. It is about it. Because those people believe in different things. So that's different kind of powers, different kind of beliefs that's coming up against you. That person can believe in this deity. That person can believe in that deity. All of them are teamed up to do evil toward you. So that is very important. It is. And like I said, that person is like you moved. As soon as you moved in the neighborhood, you already was perping out. So these are not, it's like I said, either you were sent here because you're already a perp, or they got to you that fast. And still you're dangerous. Because why is they getting to people so fast? Like, why don't y'all buckle up? I don't understand.
Look,
Well, what's that?
the survival straws.
Oh.
One for you, one for me.
Oh, that is actually cute. Yeah, guys, get y'all survival straws. And honestly, I hope all humans make a. I know they was not saying to not say it, but everybody should make bags. Let me stop this.